Hey everybody, told you I wouldn't be back too far away. And let's go ahead and turn this back on. All right, you should be seeing me anytime soon. All right. So, yay, it's me again. It's me, Crimson. I know, bad joke. We're just waiting to get this started. All right. So, when we last left off, and I did some work while nobody was on, while I wasn't streaming it. Water, nectar of the gods. Let's see, is there a problem? It seems to be a problem with the stream. No worries. We're trying to get it set now. All right. I just want to go back and check something. I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys. It looks like we're back on. Just checking a couple things. Making sure the stream health is there. All right. So, as you can see from the last time you joined the stream, this is what's been going on. Now, what I am trying to do is trying to expand this out to a. If you go back to some of my YouTube videos, you can actually see some of my older, what would you say, videos, where this was actually a lot less, and this was actually just a cliff, but now I've kind of filled a lot of it in. Underneath this is a lot of tunnels and caves. And let's start by the customary go to the top of the tallest building and actually look down. Turn down my monitor. And yeah, it was pretty fun building this. What I want to do is, you see that little desert over there, the remainder of the desert. I want to actually build this land out to where you can actually see that wall is. Wow, I didn't realize it was that bad. I'm going to build a little harbor right there, as well as the harbor that I built out here. And you can see that way out over there where the crosshairs are. That is my sun activated gate. Now, what I'm also going to be trying to do is this playthrough, and it's going to be a little bit boring, I know, and I try to do it not during the playthrough, but I'm going to try to clear that mountain to clear up the rest of that desert area, because this was a little bit of a different biome. It was that a small grassy biome right here, a little bit of a hill. I took out most of the desert. It had a little bit of these two mountains, which I'm going to eventually take those off, flatten out this terrain, finish filling out my map, and we're going to go for it. Now, of course, as always, I welcome suggestions. Again, I welcome suggestions. I don't take demands. I don't take orders. But I welcome suggestions to see if it fits the way I like to play and what I like to do. Now, of course, as you can see, this is... Oh, yeah. I actually rescued a villager, turned them back from a zombie villager. And, of course, I have my security guard or iron golem. Now, I have mobs off. It's on peaceful. It is still survival, but it is on peaceful, which means no mob spawn. Now, I'm a little methodical when it comes to salvaging stuff. I just go in a straight line, and when I can, I go around the corner. And all of this is going to become useful in just a moment. I need dirt. And as you can see, I'm building a wall like the idiot who claims that he wants to have one in the White House. Although mine is going to be inclusive of people and not exclusive of people. Oh, spoiler warning. I do from time to time have, political thoughts or things that I like to say and espouse. Now, if you don't like it, I'm not requiring you to watch the stream. I do welcome you. And you know what? I always encourage people to at least see a difference of opinion. It's always fun to not out and out condemn something, but at least see where these people are coming from. I personally, even though it makes my skin crawl every time I do it, try from time to time to watch Fox News. Now, I don't watch too much of the media on cable, the cable news networks. Simply put, I kind of got disenfranchised with them, and a lot of disenchanted, I should say, with them because of some of the political things that they just did cover, or some of the things they didn't cover. But I do know one thing: it's important to always know what's going on in the world. To put your head in the sand and just not know what's going on, that can lead to disaster, and it can lead to people believing things that's just not true. Always take evidence, not just what somebody feels. Take evidence and weigh it against each other. One of the questions I like to ask somebody when they're saying somebody's accusing them of something, or they just don't get why somebody didn't do anything that they wanted them to do is, does this person want to purposely piss you off or make you upset? Now, sometimes the answer is yes. Some people truly want to do that. But I also am reminded of the whole phrase, never attribute to malice what can easily attribute to stupidity, greed, or cowardice. Those last two are my additions. But A lot of people are stupid. A lot of people are cowardly. A lot of people are greedy. It doesn't mean that they maliciously want to hurt you. It just means that that's are what they're thinking about mostly. And it's okay, in my opinion, to be selfish. It's really okay. Just own up to it. If you're evil, say you're evil just to be evil. If you're going to be a dick, say you're going to be a dick. Be happy with it. And just tell people you don't care about what's hurting them. You want what you want. And I know it sounds harsh to say that. Nobody wants to be a villain in their own story. But sometimes we are. And a wise person recognizes that when they are. Now, me, myself, I'm not neither the hero or the villain of the story. I'm the sidekick. Because I love seeing other people's stories. And that's kind of one of the hardest things. I've been wanting to do this for a while. Put a lot of my videos online and have people see them. But for me, it's pretty hard being in front of the camera, being one to accept praise as far as face-to-face things. I do a lot of drawing. Hell, if you ever want to take a look at some of my works, it's called the Lone Sage Art Store on Etsy. Of course, I have a Facebook page for it. And when I say I'm not really somebody that takes a lot of upfront praise or upfront adulation, it's not because I don't welcome criticism. I do welcome criticism. Just criticism. Thoughtful criticism. But not just, well, I don't like. Well, if you don't like, you don't like. I don't care. Explain to me what's wrong with it. Explain to me why it's actually a problem for you. Then we can have that conversation. But the I just don't like doesn't fly for me. It doesn't work. Not because people can't just have a taste, but a lot of times it's something more than that. And sometimes, you want to get to the reason why. I think one of the main things that I know pisses a lot of people off is because when a lot of people say things to me, I ask why. They're shocked because, wait a minute, you just won't let me stand on me saying one thing and just being okay with it. You can't ask me why. And that always follows up with, well, if you don't like it or if you don't believe in it, why? If you don't think your man or boyfriend actually should be speaking with other women, why don't you trust them? If you think that somebody says something, out of pocket or racist, why does it affect you if you're not that? Simple questions like that, and it gets people the pissiest. They get upset when you say why. Well, you did this and you knew it would hurt my feelings. Yeah, so why did you do it? I don't know. You don't care? Of course I care. I just don't know. Yeah, little stuff like that. Big thing right now. Oh God. Yeah, we want to do this, and this, but what you're doing will hurt people. No, it won't. Well, we have evidence that it will. It will. Well, that evidence doesn't matter. Why? Because it makes us look bad. Things of those natures. It always baffled me. And maybe I've been too much of a frank person. I've never understood the value of lying. Not to say that I haven't withheld the truth, but if asked, it's always, why lie? It never turns out well in the end. As you can see, I am building more, spades if you're in different parts of the world, shovels to me. And need a lot of dirt, guys. I need a lot of dirt. and not in the political aspect. Ha ha ha, funny, funny, funny. But when I get to the dirt, you'll see why I say I need a lot of dirt. Hi, Grizzly. Thanks for tuning in and watching. A lot of these designs, just getting into it, a lot of these designs for things I came up with myself. I know I said on the past stream, the big, let's just go over there right quick since I'm doing great, Grizzly. I'm doing great. This design of this big house right here, which I would have labeled the hotel, actually is something that I got from a Minecraft book. I just decorated and everything. As you can see, it's actually pretty nice, and got the buttons in there for opening and closing the door. I actually have a fireplace lever on one side, so just press the button and obviously it goes up. All of the places have a balcony. And yeah, do I have a flower? Yeah, I have a flower. So now I can actually plant a flower. Get those out of my inventory. A quick rundown. This is my cafeteria. Now I know purposely the building is built crooked. I did that as a stylistic reason. But let's go into my cafe. As you can see, this is a cool effect. Whenever it's raining here, you see the fire coming down the chimney and actually causing the water to spark on the fire. As you can see, I have my open torch pits and my map room right there. Now I'm going to eventually finish my map room, but what's important right now is making sure that I at least build up this area, because I really want to have more space to build. Once I get that more space to build, I'm actually going to build more big and small houses. Hopefully I turn the mods back on, get more zombie villagers, and once I get the zombie villagers, then all bets are off. I'm going to have a town where I have hopefully priests, hopefully different things of that nature where I can actually, thanks Grizzly, have things of that nature where it looks more inviting as a town. I'm always willing, as I said before, to have more people come in and help me. Of course, I'm going to conquer this world and go into another and actually conquer that part of the world as well. And I know some people may be thinking of why I would go back to playing Minecraft and streaming Minecraft. It's just because I'm a creative individual and I like to build things. Of course, as I said before, I take suggestions of what's a good idea to build. As with all suggestions, the gate kind of got stuck. You know what? It'll solve itself by the next day. Alright, so God, I really can use a lot of this sand. My biggest plan. Yeah, it does, Grizzly. Yes, it does. it helps me with kind of my OCD as well. I have like I said, I like to build, and I have a particular order, particular way of doing things. I think that's why I'm so methodical in this place, and my methodicalness, methodology, whatever it's called, of doing stuff. Alright. Now, yeah, kind of let that keep going. So, what I'm going to actually end up finishing on, at least this playthrough, hopefully, if I can. Okay, great, great. I know in my daughter's school, they did a story somewhere in the Netherlands where someone is actually, they have a class as part of their learning curriculum. They do have, Minecraft as it taught, and it was a pilot program back a few years back. I personally, I basically try to build a lot of different structures, and it looks as if I have enough for, speaking of structures, I want to actually build that roof up for both of those places. So, what I'm going to go ahead and do is, do I need to plant more trees? What's the color of the buildings that I'm going to actually do? Oak wood. I'm going to probably do oak wood. So, do I have any bone meal? No bone meal, but alright. So, I'm actually gonna create some fast acting oak. Oh great, I have 58 trees. Okay. Thank you again, Grizzly. I try to make sure that I'm not even try. I just make sure they look good to me, and I figure some people may like my taste. Let's see if I can make some more bone powder. All right. There we go. Now time to get the axe and start cutting down some. Yeah, go this way. Sorry for the hodgepodge of how this building looks compared to the others. This was my first building. I started it as a 4x4. And basically when I started it, it was, I'm standing on top of the room that it used to be. I expanded it out once I got more code so I can actually build more rooms after the wood. After I built more stone bricks after the wood. But it was basically this room right here. Alright, let's get that axe and start cutting down some wood. Now, one of the things that I like to do for my buildings is this. I like to make my buildings where you don't have to jump or, you know, you can smoothly walk to the next part of the building. I find that is something that is convenient when you're building. Also, it just looks nicer. Alright, so once that clears up, I can actually go and make some more. Yeah, I know. With me, because I draw so much, I like things to look a certain way. And that's just the way I look at things and the way I see things. It's not necessarily about pleasing other people, it's just about what looks symmetrical, or if it doesn't look symmetrical, it looks asymmetrical enough to know that it's noticeable. Alright, so a quick trick that I do. Alright, so didn't quite fit in like I wanted it to. Yeah, that didn't go well. No worries. You as well. Alright, so let's get this going. Didn't quite fit like I needed it to. Yeah, this is one of the more difficult parts about a build like this. When you're trying to... Well, I guess I can do this. There we go. Oh yeah, just to let you guys know, I have 2 nether portals that are relatively close to each other, really 3. That one, it's a second one around here. You can actually see it from this end, and I know you saw it from a different vantage point. And these are 2 close portals in the nether realm. And I also have a third one that's not that far away, but I guess I can use it as a skip through. Sorry guys, 1 second. You know how it is with family life. So I'm gonna leave those two spaces there. You'll see in a minute why. Go around to the other side. Alright. And just to let you guys know, from time to time I actually do change up the texture pack. I actually love the nature in the city, natural and the city line texture pack. Just a personal taste myself. I know some people like other ones, but this is just my personal taste. Alright, so alright, we back up here. And I promise, guys, I will finish the rest of this desert. Hopefully I'll finish it on something that's not a stream, so you guys don't have to sit through that part of it. But you would actually come and see me building more houses for it. So I promise that. Alright, so so, and I know I'm gonna need some more staircases. Alright, be right back, guys. So I guess I'm saying be right back. Sorry guys, been out of the camera for so long. I'm just trying to make sure. I don't know, while I'm playing a game, I tilt my head one way or another as if to get a better viewpoint. It's just something that I've done. I don't know why we do that, but I've seen other gamers do it as well. Oh, while I'm here, might as well get what I was gonna come in here and get. Now, if you notice, I have a lot of glowstone. These are actually redstone lamps. As you can see, that's actually a sticky piston on the top, a daylight sensor and inverted, and it's also 4 lamps, redstone lamps around and that's a redstone block. During the night, it switches over, pushes the sticky piston down, and it turns on the redstone lights. I picked that up from a video online, but as much as I use it, let's just say I don't see a lot of people using it in that fashion. And while it's night, I can go over and show you guys one of my favorite things that I've done. But let me finish this part of the roof. Alright, so let's go down. I can go ahead and do it. I can go ahead and show you. Hate to do this to you guys, but so with them changing the way the bolts work, I pretty much got an idea where, as you can see, can't go through. Now in the daytime when it's working properly, that actually opens up, but I've effectively made a nighttime gate. And it's actually a pretty good, cool idea when I made it. Of course, I'm just making a lot of things a lot accessible. Originally, this was just about as even as this was. I ended up making the stairs just as a convenience purposes to go up and down. Of course, I'm going to actually pave more roads. As you can see, my road kind of bends and weaves based on some of the buildings that were already existing. I guess how you would think of an old hamlet was actually made, not necessarily in city planning. Like I used to live in the Chicago city proper. Now I live out in the burbs, but that was a planned city. This is more of a whatever pops up. I'm going to eventually extend that road to this portal right here, and well, we will see. I don't plan on getting rid of this world anytime soon. Now, fun fact: this is wholly my idea, my creation. It's just a fire pit, and I think I'm gonna make one huge one where I create like little seats from the steps, and the steps are actually pretty symbolic for how some of the seats would actually be. Of course, I got the table idea from one of the tutorials a long time ago. And I'm sorry guys, it seems like I'm rambling on and making sure that I show you my special world. It's just because for me, this is actually one of my favorite things to actually, it's my creativity showing. And I think that's why I like it so much. Not only can I draw with my hands, I can actually use somebody else's tools to, show something. And I kind of think it's cool. I think this is why I actually play this game more than anything else. Now, of course, you'll actually see me with, other games. I know Battleborn is one that I actually getting into streaming a lot more than what I used to. And I realized something, that when I play games, I play mostly Rangers. And no, not in the Go-Go Power Rangers type, but mostly people that have bows, and you can actually see it in my channel description on YouTube. Mostly people that have bows, and mostly people that rely heavily on stealth. Not that you need to stealth, but rely heavily on stealth and basically sneak in order to accomplish the goals. I'm not a big running gun shooter. I think that the only time that I've actually played running gun, truthfully, is some of the Warframe mechs that I've used. Now that is a good game to do running gun with the right mech, or the right frame. Personally, it's not exactly my style 100%, but I don't have to shy away from it. Alright, so tell you what, I don't need this, but I do need these. Thinking maybe one more row of siding. And yes, I do know these are white. Um, these are white glass bricks. And you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. I need some more. I need some more oak. So, and I may actually put trees back in here, guys. It's just really distracting to have the trees as well as the lamps while I'm trying to build it out. Eventually, I'm going to create some things over here. Of course, if you've seen some other of my videos, and you know what, I don't even have to grow the trees. I can actually just come and kill these. These are actually oak trees. All the swamp trees are oak trees. When it's time for me to clear a forest or something that, because before this whole area was outside of the mountain, with side of the mountains, and even, you know, parts of where the stairs are, they were all covered trees. I just pulled the Nero and burnt it down to build my city. And yes, I mean Nero, the insane Roman emperor that blamed the Christians for the burning of Rome, which he most likely did himself, in order to build a new palisade where he wanted to build it. It was just suspicious that it happened right after he was denied for it to be moved, and while the city was burning, he was playing his violin. Again, I paid a lot of attention to history. Alright. Need a little bit more oak. And this is an example of my holocaust of trees. Do I really want to do it? I guess I do it. I would have got it back anyway. Now I will, if you actually see this profile right here, I want that nether portal floating. That's something that I have to have. I want that nether portal floating. I'm eventually going to make rails to and from the nether, or in the nether, kind of like the Minecraft story mode where they would use the nether to travel back and forth between the different, they would use the nether as a railway system. But one of the biggest things I hate about that is that means if I do it, I can never turn the mods back on the nether realm, because I would hate when they destroy the hard work that I put in. Alright. You guys, you've been rolling with me for the last 45 minutes, and I know I've been rambling on. I don't know, maybe me doing this by myself can get a little bit uninteresting. May have a friend join me, may actually make sure that I have prepared topics. Of course, it would never be scripted because my mind doesn't work that well to actually script something such as this. You can actually tell I did like a scripted video, and it wasn't even that long. It was probably about 2 or 3 minutes explaining what I was and who I am, and it sounded forced. It sounded recorded, where I can just come off the cuff with what I need to say. Maybe this will be enough to finish what I need to finish. That is a lot of wood. Oh, yeah, just to let you guys know, some of this big, huge building over here that you see where mostly stone bricks are, some of that is actually the clay before it was changed to terracotta. I actually weaved in some of the uh, I weaved in some of the moss covered bricks into it as well, to try to give it that old looking building sense. It's the oldest building that I have. Weather worn, things of that nature. That should be enough to cover what I need. Now I just wish that it was, and maybe I haven't just explored it at all, but I wish it was a way to make sure that you can actually fly. Okay, so guess I can't go around that end. I actually had a butcher too, and that's what kind of irks me about it. I had a butcher, and the butcher was actually surviving as long as I had it. Kind of failed there. Worst comes to worst, I just move it over. Or kill this one. There we go. And we can finish this house by the time of the end of the stream. And again, you want to have it looking aesthetically pleasing by at least, because it's a roof. How many times have you seen a roof where it stops right at the beginning of the roof? You don't. You have got to be kidding me. Okay, so let's solve that problem right now. Yeah, I didn't want to be cheap about it, but I guess. Now, what I'm gonna probably do, and bear with me guys, because I'm still trying to plan out my city and what I'm gonna have each part of it do, or what it does. I want to turn this into a storehouse. Now I know what you're thinking, like, you guys probably saw all the chests that I have. I still kind of want to make this into a storehouse. Yeah. I don't know, it's just one of those things where, oh wow, I forgot to even show you guys that. So, see, it's closed now. In the morning it'll open, and I think the cycle is long enough, it's short enough for you to actually see it open in the morning. And I gotta remember to pick up this sand. Alright. So, ta-da! Now we can actually go down and see how that looks. See? Perfect building. Now I just have to put a door on it and it would be all set. Now, as you probably noticed, I like fireplaces, and I want to actually put a fireplace on some of these buildings. Granted, these buildings are actually too small for that, but I really enjoy what I did with this fireplace. It was just, I had to do it. You can actually see, I just want to point out some stylistic choices that I like to do. One, I actually like to put lights instead of torches where I can help it. Two, I like windows. Excuse me, guy. I like windows, open windows. The inside of this one is actually pretty nice. Again, that's my I am colon. I may want to put a bar as far as jail goes here. I have enough, and come to think of it, that's what I think I'm gonna do. It's glass. I can have a lot more glass later. Although I did finish that house by the end of the stream. I have a shit ton of iron. Literally, I have a lot of iron. Excuse me, guys. I'm actually about to get off in about another 3 minutes. Sorry, YouTube, I am about to get off in another 3 minutes or another 5 minutes. I would actually look forward to playing with you at another time, but my ass is tired. Just as you can see, I wanted to bring that up too. I have organization for everything. Let's see. Hey, I'm gonna stream next Wednesday again around the same time. So if you want to join me then, go ahead. If you want to add me or send me a request to Crimson 606-201 PlayStation Network, you can, and you can actually catch me when I'm on the stream. Alright. So, one thing that I know I need to do before I do anything else is this. Where is it at? And you're gonna see in a second why. So, and we should have enough time for the cycle to run back through. Alright, so let's go ahead and put that door there. Oh look, we have a mini prison. Why, whatever we do. Looks like I need a little bit more, well, a lot more iron, but I'm gonna call it a little bit. Gonna go ahead and store this door. I had iron doors all along. Wow. Need one more iron block. I'm gonna go ahead and put those up. And guys, thanks for coming along with me with this ride for both games. I know that you guys have been with me today for 2 hours worth of content. That is something that I do appreciate. Now, the 2 hours worth of content for me after a long days of work, and I work actually in a call center where I stare at the screen all day. It can be a little bit tiring and a little bit jarring for to have to do so much, but you know, do it for the fans. Nope, not where I wanted it to be. Well, maybe the door needs to be back set up. Maybe that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move this door. I will add you as soon as the stream is over. I'm gonna actually make sure that I do add you. Come on, this is half the work. I get that, I get that. Didn't seem to work out like I wanted it to. This is where my ideas come up from. And I know I'm running over, guys. Thank you for your patience. This is actually to make up for the last time I streamed and I didn't completely go for it. But yeah, that's actually a little bit better. Alright, that actually works. So when we come back, guys, I'm going to actually finish the jail, as you want to call it, the prison. I'm going to put you'll like the surprise I have, okay? So as for right now, I'm going to have to call it a day. You have yourself a good afternoon, good evening, and good night.